Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. A trial date is now set in a civil lawsuit, a civil rights lawsuit stemming from a violent arrest caught on camera in Crawford County. It sparked nationwide outrage. Now, this case is set to go on trial September 11th of next year. Attorneys for Randall Worcester, the man you see here in the gray sweatshirt, filed that suit, claiming his 4th and 14th Amendment rights were violated during an arrest. Now, in addition to the Mulberry police officer and 2 former Crawford County deputies accused of using excessive force, the lawsuit also names the city of Mulberry and the city's police department, Crawford County, and the Sheriff's Department. Meanwhile, crews from several different fire departments across the area were on the scene of a large grass fire in Mulberry. Now, this happened near Old Graphic and Chastain Roads. The fire threatened several homes and businesses, including popular wedding venue Kindred Barn. Before fire crews arrived, the owner of the venue, along with his wife and neighbors, came together as a community and tried to fight off the flames.
Catching our breath, and I think everything's good. We got some weddings this weekend, so hopefully the brides can see the bright side. There's the barn still.
Now, the Mulberry Assistant Fire Chief says flames reached as high as 30 feet and about 35 acres burned. We still don't know what actually caused that fire, but we're told the dry grass and drought conditions helped fuel those flames. Now, don't forget, Arkansas is currently seeing burn bans across the state. You may be wondering how the current rain chances will impact these bans. As of right now, the burn bans are still in place. The Benton County Judge, Barry Mulberry, says they work with the fire marshals and look at many factors when putting a burn ban in place. They're looking at factors like how dry it's been, humidity, how long since there's been rainfall. Temperatures and wind also play a role in determining burn bans. Now, Mulberry tells us what goes into that decision to pull a burn ban together.
The forecast is calling for the potential for rain this week, and it doesn't take much to pull a ban off. I know we're headed into a season where people want to burn their leaves and other things from their yards, and we're definitely aware of that. And so if we get a pretty good rain, that'll cause us to pull the burn ban off.
Now, he also says if you plan on burning things in your yard or in your backyard, that you should call the county just to let them know. He also says the whole idea of a burn ban is to keep the public safe. Now, for an updated list of what areas are under a burn ban, you can just text us at the number you see right here on your screen, 479-785-5000. We'll send you a link with all that updated information. All right, so will we see some rain? There might be a little bit in the forecast. Let's check in with meteorologist Zach Scott to find out. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, we've been tracking the chance for some heavier downpours today as a cold front sweeps through. We've seen spotty, lighter showers across 5 country the last couple of days. Today's the chance to actually pick up some beneficial rain. With it, though, comes the threat for some stronger thunderstorms. We're talking some gusty winds and a few storms capable of producing some small hail, maybe up to the size of quarters. That front's cutting through during our first half of the day on Wednesday. During the morning hours, as we get into the afternoon, it will overall start to dry out as colder, drier air on the backside of that front swoops in and cuts off our rain chances. Again, we're seeing that band of showers and thunderstorms back building through our area through the sunrise mid-morning time frame for northwestern Arkansas, and then continues to shift off mid to late morning. We're seeing northwest Arkansas start to dry out, and now the I-40 corridor, parts of the River Valley, seeing those showers and thunderstorms trying to build back down into your area. It's overall wrapping up that rain and thunderstorm activity as we go late morning, early afternoon for portions of Logan into Johnson County. Again, we could see a strong to severe storm or two. Widespread severe weather not anticipated, but again, enough ingredients there, enough instability is there to warrant the mention. By the afternoon into the evening, again, we're clearing out. Northwest winds are coming in, pumping in that drier air. We'll look for cooler temperatures to settle in as we go into tomorrow morning. We're also again going to dry out for the next few days, and then moisture increases. Rain chances come back late Saturday. Some late day showers are possible Saturday night where the front comes in. That's our best chance. And then we'll have a chance for a Sunday morning shower as well. Highs for your Wednesday, 70s to lower to mid 80s into the River Valley. And we've enjoyed some nice warmer temperatures the last few days, Joe, during the morning hours with 60s and 70s. We're going back down to the 40s and 50s to wrap up the work week.
All right, getting a bit chilly out there. Thanks so much, Zach. All right, we're looking back on an historic moment in Arkansas history. The first time the state recognized a same-sex marriage. 8 years ago, couples lined up at a courthouse in Eureka Springs for a chance to make their union state legal. Now, the first couple to marry on that day are from Fort Smith. Ashley Godwin has the story.
Things have been going great.
It's been 8 years since Jennifer and Kristen Seaton Rambo made history.
We didn't even know that we'd be the first, honestly. We wanted to get that marriage license before it was going to be put on sale.
They waited in line for hours, all for a right they had never been granted before. An unexpected ruling in May of 2014 from Pulaski County Judge Chris Piazza declared the state's ban on same-sex marriage unconstitutional.
I know people might not all agree with what we feel, but we love Arkansas. Our family. Don't want to let it go.
They were the first same-sex couple in the natural state to get married.
Every emotion you can think of. And I remember saying the words indescribable. And that's still to this day, that day, and since, because, that whole first year after, we were sort of in limbo until 2015.
That year, the United States Supreme Court ruled same-sex marriage legal in all 50 states. But now some worry what was codified as a right for all could once again be threatened.
These last couple weeks and months of these conversations on a national level have been, disheartening, to say the least.
Some lawmakers have already taken steps to pass more federal protections. The Respect for Marriage Act would ensure every state recognizes same-sex marriage, even if the Supreme Court overturns the landmark 2014 ruling. The House of Representatives passed the Respect for Marriage Act back in July, but since then, it's been sitting in the Senate with no vote.
It's disheartening to have to go through all of that again, but if that's what we have to do, that's what we do, and we go through all that again and we fight. We're all human. We're all the same. Yeah. And I think everyone deserves to have that basic human right of being able to marry their love of their life.
In Little Rock, Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
Now, the voter registration deadline in Oklahoma is this Friday. That's October 14th, so just a couple more days. You'll need to fill out the voter registration application that can be found on the Oklahoma voter portal. But it is important to note all applications must be signed and submitted to your county or state election board in order to vote this November. And all mailed-in applications must be postmarked on or before the 24th for it to be processed. You can visit oklahoma.gov/elections. And if you're already registered, don't forget to update your voter registration address or party affiliation if they've changed. Meanwhile, here in Arkansas, the voting registration period is over, but early voting will start on October 24th. If you won't be able to vote in person, the deadline to request an absentee ballot is November 1st. Now, you can find out more about the candidates, links to sample ballots, and all our election coverage just by visiting 5newsonline.com leading up to Election Day. And we here at 5 News would also like to remind you of our annual Give Where You Live food drive to make sure every family has a holiday meal this year. Now, this is happening now. We've already received 80,000 pounds of turkey from Cargill, but other items are needed. Now, if you'd like to help, you can buy $10 or $15 donation bags. They're already filled with non-perishable food items. You can find those at any Harps grocery store, or you can take canned goods to participating Armstrong Bank locations. Now, Channel 5's Give Where You Live food drive runs through the 23rd. Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. Join us again tomorrow right here for more. For 5 News, I'm Jo Ellison.